Grimborn here to look at the attack tells for Belial. Phase 1 has 4 waves of snakes. Each wave brings 4 to 6 of them. They have a melee attack and they have an electrical AoE field. As you kill off one wave, the next one starts. When you kill the 4th wave, phase 2 begins. Belial's first attack is his swipe. His tell is to point his left arm at the target. After about 10 seconds, he starts using his other attack, the 3 green balls. He gives the same tip-off for the green balls as he does for the swipe. If you keep your distance, you can dodge the balls, but Belial likes to charge. This charge doesn't do any actual damage, but once he closes, he can bonk you with either the swipe or the green balls cast. The only other attack in phase 2 is the snakes, and you've seen them already. When Belial's life bar gets down to 20%, phase 3 begins. Phase 3 alternates between Belial doing melee and the segments that are just green explosions. Both segments are predictable. The melee segments last a certain number of attacks and the green explosion segments last 12 seconds. Although in phase 3 it seems like Belial has got a dozen ways of hammering you into the ground, the truth is he's only got his breath hose and 2 melee attacks, a single blow attack and the triple slam attack. Here's how they work. For the single blow attack, the tell is a green dot. It spawns 3/4 of a second before the blow hits. Sometimes a single blow attack is a punch with a left hand, and sometimes with a right. Occasionally it's a forearm. But that's just different graphics for the same attack. The single blow telegraph has just 1 dot, then 1 blow, and then there's nothing else for 1 second when he'll make his next move. The hitbox is big. Unless you're a tank, don't flirt with it. If you move away from the dot right away, you don't need any other counter. There's never any other threat while a single blow attack is underway. Here's what a triple slam attack looks like. The tell for the triple slam starts out looking like a single blow attack. As the blow lands, though, you get 2 tip-offs showing it's a triple slam. The first blow is a right forearm slam with the tip extending beyond the platform. That's a giveaway it's the first part of a triple slam. As the first blow lands, you see the tell for the second blow. That confirms it's a triple slam attack. As the second blow hits, the tell for the last blow appears. The pattern for the triple slam blows is always the same. A right forearm slam, another right forearm slam, then a double forearm slam. The target spots are also in the same relationship to one another. If you're standing where the yellow circle is, the green dot for the first slam is here, the one for the second slam is here, and the one for the double forearm slam is here. If you're standing further to the right, the targeting has the same relationship to you. The 3 blows target you the same way wherever you are in that aim line with Belial. Here's how it looks. You're on this aim line just as he starts a triple slam attack, so here's where the 3 blows will fall. hitbox for the first two blows is big, just like with his single blow attack. The hitbox for the third blow is huge. So when you see it's a triple slam, you need to escape all three hit zones. The easiest way is to let the first blow land to your left, then run left out of the next two hit zones. The other escape route is to move far right, staying clear of all three hit zones. But you've got to have plenty of room to your right, or you'll be trapped at the end of the platform. If you're a melee character, you make those moves from the front row. If you're ranged, you do them from further back. Once the double forearm smash lands, that attack is over, and you've got over a second before he launches any other attack. Belial sometimes opens a melee sequence with a breath hose attack, but he always casts it after the first three melee attacks. The tell that it's coming starts with both his fingertips resting on the platform. Then he raises up and spreads his arms far apart. Then he stoops down for the breath hose. The corners of the arena are supposed to be safe, but you can take damage there even if the attack's graphic doesn't reach you. For each explosion phase, here's what you need to know. Once it starts, you've got to stay alive for 12 seconds. Then it's back to clobbering time. The green dots don't do damage over time. Each one blows up 2 seconds after its circle appears. Belial's telegraph that it's about to begin is a double arm move. He starts with both fingertips on the platform, then raises both arms up, then he drives them into the platform. Here it is at regular speed. Watch just one green dot for its 2-second life. Now in slow motion. To stay clear of them all, you run to daylight. Don't let them surround you. Find open space wherever you can. Here's the attack rotation logic for the melee sequences. He may or may not open with a hose, but he will always do 3 melee attacks and then a hose. I start toward the end of the platform in case he hoses, though I should have left more room. That's one attack. There's the second. The third is a triple slam. After the first 3 melee attacks, he always does a hose, and then he always goes into the first explosion sequence. That's the end of the explosion phase. He opens with a hose to the second melee phase. So now come 3 melee attacks. The first one's a triple slam. There's the second attack. And the third attack, so next comes a hose. Then he'll do 2 or 3 additional attacks. And he can do a hose or not before the next explosion sequence. In this case, he does. Now we're back to a melee sequence again when he can open with a hose, and he does. And now there are 3 melee attacks followed by another hose. That's the second. And he does his 2 to 3 additional melee attacks. Which you may or may not follow with one more hose. Those are Belial's attack tells. Use them to send them into phase 4.